Good morning, dear students. I, Professor Basavaraj Kuruche, welcome you all for today's lecture of business communication. In previous class, we have discussed about the things essential for job related communication. That is, we have discussed the importance of job application, then types of job applications. Along with that, we have discussed CV, resume, and our biodata, and also we have seen the difference between that. Today we shall discuss about letter of application. Here these are the letters in which the applicant is going to furnish his personal and curriculum details. It must be enclosed by CV. Here, whenever we are writing a letter of application, we are giving the personal details related to our personal biography, and along with that the academic things or curriculum activities, what all we have done and what all things we have achieved, specifically our educational background, our other achievements, and more so our awards, research activities, and other academic related things. So these are the things which we would be furnishing in our letter of application. Here, things, some of the things which we need to note while drafting the letter of application, that is the courtesy, precision, a due care, a respect, and a true and fact figures about our achievements and number of things we have done. Here, a applicant should refer to the advertisement and interest in the particular job. Whenever we are writing an letter of application, we need to refer, either we have received or we have come to know about that vacancy through a newspaper, a social media, or through their website, whatsoever it may be. We are supposed to say furnish those references. It should be ensured that the letter is free from grammatical mistakes, spelling errors, and also here the paragraph setting and other line spacing and other things we need to take care in a proper way. Whenever say we are writing a job application, that time, or letter of application, at that point of time we are supposed to say write in a proper way. If we are writing by hand, write with a proper handwriting, the gaps and paragraph setting and other things we need to do. And if we are taking it through a printed thing, at that point of time we need to check the font size, type of font we are using, line spacing, paragraph setting, and the page style what we are going to use. So all these things we need to take care while we are writing a letter of application. Then the another important aspect is preparation of CV. As we have discussed about the meaning of CV, here it is a detailed structure wherein about our educational qualification, publications, projects, awards, work history, and other aspects what we have achieved. We will be furnishing these specific informations to the employer. And when we are furnishing these informations, at that point of time certain things we need to remember, that is the key elements to be remembered while preparing a CV. That is, number 1, your personal details. When completing this section, you should include the details such as your full name, address, date of birth, nationality, contact, telephone number, your home address if you feel like giving, or if you're having a separate office, your office address, and along with that the email and other contact details such as the address and other things. So these things you need to cover in your personal details. If necessary, you all can furnish about your family, or not necessary. Then your personal statement. Here, to being with, try to write a brief but the point statement about your, making sure you include the keywords that best describe your character. In this section, the candidate should state his objectives and characteristics. Whenever we are writing an objective in our CV, we should be very much clear, and we should match it with our qualification and the job where we are applying. Suppose if I say, write in my objectives that I want to make career in accounting field or as a accountant, but if I am applying for a marketing job, it would be a mismatch. So whenever we are writing our objectives, it need to match our qualification, along with that the post for which we are applying. So if both the things they are matching, then only we can say that our CV is matching. So more so we need to remember that whenever we are writing our objective in our resume or CV, the objectives of our career should be clear, specific, and matching with our qualification and other details. Then the candidate should also give his employment history. Suppose if a candidate has worked somewhere previously and he has some work experience, and as per that work experience, he or she should give the details in a proper way. The number of years he has total experience, with whom he has worked, what salary or what role he was playing in that organization, all such details need to be mentioned in a proper way. If these details are mentioned in a proper way, the employer will think or consider, while say appointing that person, his previous history would be referred. And the another part we need to remember is academic achievements. What all academic achievements we have done? What is my qualification? What is my additional skill set? What additional courses we have done? If we have done any certified courses, those details, the year of completing our education, awards and achievements during our educational tenure or educational career, along with that the additional research or other academic activities whatsoever we have done, even they need to be mentioned in this area. So these four sections we need to write in a proper way. Especially if we have got any awards, achievements, even that need to be mentioned, because it shows our additional skill sets what we are having. If we belong to, or if we are a sports person, we need to mention even that, because many companies or even government officers or in government vacancies, they consider sportsmen's, or the reserve quota would be there for sportsmen's. So all these informations we need to furnish in our CV. So CV should include objectives, educational details, work experience, personal details, and also the references or the reference check, which is very much essential for our employment. So if we give the reference, the employer can cross check or make inquiry about our details whether they are true and fair or no. So these are the things we should include in our say CV. Now when we apply for any job, what the employer does is, the employer collects all the applications and they put some criteria to shortlist the candidates out of the applications they have received. When these applications are shortlisted, at that point of time, the most important thing is the criteria. As per that criteria, the applications would be shortlisted, and after scrutiny of the application, the eligible candidates are sent with the interview letter. Now what is this interview letter? In this interview letter, the employer will invite or call all the shortlisted candidates for a interview. So this letter should include the position for which it is applied, the details regarding that position, state the date, time and venue of the interview, when we will be taking or conducting the interview, at what place we are going to conduct the interview, what is the reporting time, and approximately how long the process may go on. So these things we need to furnish in our say interview letter. Along with that, we need to ask them to bring all the original documents and all the testimonials what they have submitted along with, or the details what they have given in the resume, so that the certificates and the testimonials are verified with the originals. That's why we need to ask the applicants to bring the detailed original documents and other things. And also we need to clarify that the allowance if we are giving, that is TA traveling allowance and DA dearness allowance, if either of these if we are giving, we need to mention it to the candidate before appearing for the interview. If we are paying, we need to inform them at what class. If we are asking them to come through second class or special class, then those travel tickets need to be provided. And if we are not paying, then we need to mention clearly that the employer is not going to pay any specific TA and DA as such. So these things need to be clearly mentioned in the interview letter, and the reporting time, date and venue where the candidate need to be reported, all these things need to be mentioned in a proper way. If any special things are to be informed, then the special points need to be added in the interview letter. So these things we should take care while sending an interview letter. With this we shall stop in this video. The rest things we shall see regarding the appointment order and interview in next audio. So we shall stop here. Thank you. Good day.